Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Life and Layouts. Thanks for joining me for another process video. Today I am using this sketch from Page Maps, and it is posted on the Scrap Room's Facebook page for their July 2018 Throwback Sketch Challenge. So the challenge is to use this sketch and to use stash items that have been in your stash for over a year. So I wanted to do a Disney page because I have a Disney series that is coming up, and I wanted to show you guys the product that I am going to be using. When Say Cheese from Simple Stories came out several years ago, I instantly fell in love with the collection. I now own, I think, pretty much everything from the Say Cheese collection 1, 2, and 3. I love these Disney colors. I think that it is perfect for Disney layouts. And there's a lot of Disney product out there. And so I feel like not all Disney products are created equal. The Disney colors are red, yellow, and black, but I feel like the Simple Stories colors are more of like a mustard and like a ruby red, and that blue, that like light color blue. I just love everything about this collection. So I wanted to give you guys a little more hints in regards to what's coming. In my Disney series, it will feature this collection, the Say Cheese 3 collection. I tend to scrapbook photos that I take at the parks because I am an annual park pass holder using pocket pages, and I will use this collection to do that. This double page layout that I am working on today is going to be from when we took a Disney cruise, and this is when we were getting off the ship at Castaway Key, or K. I actually had a conversation last night with my boyfriend about this because I was talking about what I was doing and what I was scrapbooking on, and he said that, I was like, well, why is it called Key, Castaway Key, if it's spelled C-A-Y? And his comment was, because it's Disney and they can do whatever they want. And I was like, okay, but doesn't the Bahamas, or doesn't Carnival also have an island in the Bahamas that they call Key as well? And his response was, that's because they don't know how to spell things. He's so funny sometimes. So what I am doing is I use that yellow arrow paper as my background, and then I cut out the strips and I cut out the tickets, and then I use this blue paper, the stripe paper, to kind of put in the center of the photos, or the center of the layout. I have two photos of us when we got off the ship. So like one is that serious photo, and then the other one where they tell you to, be excited that you're here. And then we also got a postcard when we were on the island with Mickey on it, which I thought was perfect for this as well. The other photos in the sketch, so the sketch calls for 6 photos. I'm actually going to use pocket page cards or Project Life cards, whatever you want to call them, like the smaller cards, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. So I'm going to ink up all of the edges with my Distress ink, and then I'm going to adhere everything down. And I really like the way that this layout came together. I love when I use tons of layers and different things. I think Page Maps does a great job with trying to get lots and lots of layers on throughout the whole layout. So that's what I really like about Page Maps. If you haven't done so already, you definitely want to check out the Scrap Room. They have monthly challenges, and there's always a throwback challenge, and then the Freaky Fast Friday challenge, which is where you get different measurements, and I'm actually going to have a layout this Friday for that. And then usually there's a color challenge and a whip it up challenge. This was using some type of technique. This month it's using pinwheels. And I think the other challenge that they usually have is like a layout about yourself. So this month it's what are you obsessed with? Things that you can't live without. So every month they post the challenges at the beginning of the month, and then you can upload them to Facebook, or you can play along and not upload them at all. I always like to use inspirations from different challenges and things so that I don't have to come up with stuff by myself. I think I've said this before on my channel, is when I go into my scrapbook room, I really just want to play with pretty papers. I don't want to have to think about it, what I'm doing. And I think that really has a lot to do with my job. I wanted to show you guys here that when I was putting this back together, I loved the way that looked on the other side. So you really could like split this layout and split the sketch and do it the other way. I might actually do that, where you have the outer borders on the outside. So what I was saying was that I have a very stressful job. I work in child welfare. So I work with investigations, and it's a stressful job on some days. So I want to be able to just come in and play and not have to stress or think or be caught up in just everything else. Just play with pretty papers. I loved this saying on this little card. It says, "You're my favorite place," or "You are my dream come true." Even though we were not on the Disney Dream, we were on the Disney Wonder, I felt like it really fit for this layout. And Kevin is definitely one of those people, when it comes along, he's definitely different than anyone that I've been with before, and it's just a crazy adventure that we are living. So I thought that card was very fitting. I bought this collection, I think I showed it to you guys at the beginning. It's the Castaway scrapbook collection. It's very thin paper, and the stickers are really, really thin. So I wanted to use this sticker, and I wanted to pop it up. So I just put it on some white cardstock to give it a little more emphasis. Then I was looking at some other stickers, but I couldn't find anything that worked. So now you're going to see me go through some of the stuff. I cut out a lot of it. I try to keep everything together by type, so I have like all my ephemera together so that I can go through it very easily. So this is where I'm going to start building. I have two major clusters on this page. So the one that I'm building now with that little bingo card and the memories card, and then on the right hand side I'm going to build a cluster over there with my title. When I was editing this video, I was trying to get it down under 10 minutes, which is like my goal. Always my goal is to be under 10 minutes, because I feel like that's as long as I want to watch. Like, I don't want to really watch something that's longer than that. Sometimes I do, but not really. And I felt like if I was cutting anywhere out that I did, then I was going to cut out all the fun stuff of like going through all this collection, because every time I pull it out to do a layout, I love it. It's one of those collections that it's so big, but I'm not overwhelmed by it. Normally I don't like to have this much things in the collection because I'm afraid that it'll overwhelm me. And it doesn't, because I love all things Disney. So So now I'm trying to figure out my titles. I'm pulling out the chipboard sheets and the different stickers, and then I go through my letter stickers, and I found this that said Wonder, which was the boat that we were on, so I thought it was perfect for that. And I try to get it on the layout, but it doesn't fit next to the photo. And then I have that Disney Wonder logo at the end, and my video cuts out here. My battery died, unfortunately. So you won't see me take out a little piece of washi tape and put it under the word Wonder on top of the photo to cover up the word Wonder on the photo. So I added the word Disney and then the heart sticker and that cloud sticker. And so I'm just building up my cluster here, and I actually liked that polka dotted, the black and white polka dot, but I wanted to get it underneath the cloud, so I used that old Cricut tool. It's been around forever to like lift things up. I think it's actually used to get stuff off the Cricut mat, but it's good to peel up stickers without bending them. So I just pulled it up a little bit so I could put that circle underneath the cloud. So I want to give a little plug here to Google Photos. I think that there's been I got a question asked recently, how do I store my photos and how do I keep them organized? All of my photos are organized on Google Photos. My phone backs up directly to Google Photos, and I have an iPhone, so it's not necessarily a requirement to have a Google phone to do that. And then what I love so much about Google is it organizes everything for you already. It adds tags for you. It searches for people by their face, so it makes it super easy for you to find things in Google Photos. After I add all my splatters here to the layout, you'll see me pull out my phone, and I think you probably can see that in most of my process videos where I pull out my phone and I'm looking through. I'm actually trying to find the date so that I can stamp the date on the page. So here's where I do my journaling, and then right after I write out my journaling, I pull out my phone. I do pay for the service, but I feel like it is definitely worth it to have all my photos stored on my phone without necessarily having them on my phone. So I can pull up any photos, and I did when I first got it. I took the time. It took me several months to upload all my photos that I had from that were on like CDs and flash drives and things like that. I put all of those on there, all the ones that I had scanned from before, the CDs that I had gotten before, everything that I had was uploaded to Google, so they're all there now, and I'm so glad that I did that. So here's my final layout and a close-up of each one of the clusters. If you guys like this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and want to see more double page layouts, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.